What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I'm here to do my quick hit scouting report video for the Week 9 matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, this will be focusing on the Ravens, and yes, I get it that it's a little redundant maybe, considering the fact that tomorrow I'll be doing my preview video for the Ravens, and then obviously we play them on Thursday night. But I wanted to do all these videos, and it's the last one that I have to do for the Ravens since we're about to play them. So I did want to do it, and I didn't want to miss any of them because I've enjoyed doing it. I've enjoyed watching the football and, you know, learning more about these teams and so on and so forth, and being able to put out this content. So let's get into it. The Ravens did win overtime victory against the Minnesota Vikings, who dropped to 3-5. Ravens moved to 6-2 on the season. They won by a margin of 34-31 off of a field goal, like I said, in overtime. And let's take a look at these stats. So Baltimore had 500 total yards, allowing only 318. They had 253 through the air, allowing 187. They had 247 on the ground, allowing 131. They had 5.6 yards per play, allowing 6.1. Neither team lost a fumble. Baltimore did throw 2 interceptions, did not get any of their own, and they did let up 3 sacks and did not get any of their own. Baltimore was 40% on third down. Minnesota was 35%. Baltimore had the ball for 46 minutes and 4 seconds to the 23-40 of Minnesota, and both teams had 8 penalties. Okay. Now let's look at this a bit further. Lamar Jackson was 27 of 41, 266, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He also led the way in rushing, 21 rushes for 120 fucking yards, 5.7 average. Devontae Freeman, 13 rushes, 79 yards and a 6-1. Le'Veon Bell, 11 rushes, 48 yards, a touchdown and a 4-4. Receiving, Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown led the way, 9 of 12, 116. Rashad Bateman, 5 of 8 for 52. Mark Andrews, 5 of 10 for 44. Patrick Ricard, 3 of 5 for 35 and a score. Devin Duvernay, 2 of 2 for 8 and a touchdown. Yeah, bro, look, I'm not, obviously, like I said, I will be doing my preview video tomorrow, so I'm not going to get into what I think about score predictions. Obviously, I'll be taking a look at the Ravens League standings here, but tomorrow in my preview video, there will be a head-to-head version of it so we can do a direct comparison and everything. But probably not going to win this game, let's just say. They allowed Kirk Cousins to go 17 of 28 for 187 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook led the way in rushing, 17 rushes for 110 and a 6.5 average. Justin Jefferson, 1 for 11 yards. Kirk Cousins added 1 rush for 1 yard and a score. Let's see. Justin Jefferson led the way in receiving, 3 of 5 for 69 and a touchdown. Tyler Conklin, 5 of 7, 45. CJ Ham, 1 for 27. KJ Osborne, 1 of 2 for 20. Dalvin Cook, 3 of 3 for 12. And Adam Thielen, 2 of 7 for 6 and a score. Yeah, bro, I just... You know, and again, tomorrow I'll get into, you know, keys to victory and so on and so forth. But if I'm keeping it real, bro, I don't think that, I don't think we really stand a chance. And I think it's going to end up being a really lopsided game. I think they've had our number, and they're just going to continue to have our number, and they are going to smash us on Thursday. But again, we will leave that for the league, or for the preview. And obviously we'll talk a little bit more about Tua as well in that discussion. And whether he'll play and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So let's jump into these league standings now, though. The Baltimore Ravens, as you can see, they are going to be a tough team. I mean, there is some opportunity when it comes to their defense, but we'll see how that plays out, man. It just, you know, our offensive line is so bad. Our offense in general is bad, especially if Tua doesn't play. But, you know, anyway, like I said, we'll get more into that tomorrow. For now, let's just focus on the Ravens and where they currently stand. As of right now, they're 5th in the league in total yards on the season with 3,423. They're 2nd, though, in per-game average with 427.9. Jesus Christ. Passing, they're actually 12th in the league. So yes, and as you can see, they're definitely a run-heavy team, and Lamar Jackson is a big part of that. But he's also, been good enough in the passing game that he's got them 12th in overall total passing with 2,248 yards on the season, and 9th in passing yards per game with 281. So, it's not like they're passing, and they do have some pretty damn good receivers. So it's not like their passing game is inept. Their offensive line has struggled a bit from what I can see and from what I can tell and everything. But, is that really going to matter? I don't know, bro. We'll see. I think that this Ravens team is just too high-powered, and yeah, anyway, so, and they're super physical, bro. They're super physical, and we're just not. Anyway, rushing, they have 1,293 on the season, which is currently second, but they're first in the league in per game average with 161.6. Points, they are currently 12th. Same goes for after ties are included at 221 total points on the season, but they're 7th and points per game at 27.6. Defensively, now again, this is where, especially when it comes to their passing defense, this is an area in which there might be some ways to exploit them. We'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. And they're not particularly great at getting turnovers either, and they have let up a fair amount of points. So again, should be some opportunities against this defense. But with an offense like we have, and the offensive line in particular that's absolutely god awful, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Defensively, though, they're giving up 374.3 yards per game, which is 23rd. They're 30th in the league, giving up 296.6 passing yards. They are 5th, though, and of course we don't have a very good run game, so that doesn't bode well. We probably won't be able to run the ball, and we'll probably be forced into being a bit one-dimensional. I mean, it doesn't matter that they don't commit to the run anyway, so we'll probably see 40 or 50 passes regardless, and maybe that'll be a way to have some success against this team, because it won't be against their 5th overall run defense at 91.8. Points per game, they're giving up 24.4, which is 21st or 18th with ties. Takeaways, they only have 7 on the season, which has them at 29th or 11th after ties. 5 interceptions, which is 22nd, 8th with ties. 2 fumbles, which is 31st, 8th with ties. They have only 15 sacks on the season, so they're really not even getting to the quarterback all that much either. We'll see how they fare against the Dolphins' league worst offensive line. I mean, statistically and analytically, they are categorically the worst line by far. And as I'm sure many of you know, Jesse Davis, Austin Jackson, and Liam Eichenberg are all tied for first in the league for giving up the most amount of pressures at 37. So it's out fucking rageous, and whatever. Anyway, so we'll see how they fare. They are currently 26th or 11th after ties. They're pretty good in passes defensed, even though their passing defense gives up a ton of yards. They actually are pretty good in passes defensed with 35. That's 12th best in the league or 8th after ties. But their third down defense, they are 3rd in the league, giving up only 33%. So again, that doesn't bode very well for the Dolphins and their offense. But again, we will see how it plays out in a couple days. Having said that, let's get to the Dolphins' current offensive and defensive league standings, so you can take a peek at that. Again, I'll be in my preview video tomorrow. It will obviously be in a head-to-head format, so that way we can actually look at where these teams stand against each other. Anyway, I think I am going to actually make one change to that template too. I normally leave in the nah, you know what? I'm going to leave it, because I like that you guys can be able to see what we did at least for the previous week. I don't have to talk about it. Hopefully it's not confusing for you guys in the other format. But anyway, let me know though, and because if it is, then maybe I will change it. But Anyway, for now, that's what I've got. Before I get out of here, I want to make sure to remind you guys to check out the Rave On Sports App, the new fan-driven sports app for all of your major sports. They are trying to enhance your game day experience with live play-by-play coverage, live chats with other fans and content creators like myself. Check in the description box for the links to that. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comments section. And of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at DillonTartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.